There have been very few fighters who have devoted their entire lives to the sport of MMA. When I think of some people, मैं सोचता हूँ Khabib Nurmagomedov, मैं सोचता हूँ George St. Pierre, मैं सोचता हूँ Demetrius Johnson. All of these people who just live and embody martial arts. Another name who is very very underrated, not in terms of fame, not in terms of उसका जो career है, but just in terms of embodying what a martial artist means. मैं बात कर रहा हूँ ऑब्वियसली द डायमंड, एल डियामांटे, डस्टिन पोरिये. जो भी मेरे को जानता है नोज़ कि मैं एक बहुत बड़ा कॉनर मैग्रेगर फ़ैन हूँ. मेरी पिछली वीडियो देखो, आई वाज अ मैसिव फ़ैन ऑफ द गाय. एंड आई स्टिल रिमेंबर मैं कॉनर मैग्रेगर वर्सेस डस्टिन पोरिये 2 देख रहा था. तब मैं 12th ग्रेड में होता था एंड मेरे को UFC का इतना पता नहीं था. ऑब्वियसली मैं थोड़ा सा कैजुअल फ़ैन था. आई जस्ट यूज्ड टू वॉच कॉनर मैग्रेगर की फाइट्स, राइट, लाइक अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल. तो ऑब्वियसली मेरे को डस्टिन पोरिये इतना पता नहीं था. आई न्यू कि कॉनर ऑलरेडी फिनिश्ड हिम लाइक 10 years ago इन 2013 जब कॉनर मैग्रेगर अपनी राइज पे था एंड ही वाज अनस्टॉपेबल. नो वन कुड स्टॉप हिम. Even though Dustin Poirier एक बहुत top prospect था, there was no chance that anyone was going to stop McGregor on his rise. And then you see Conor McGregor versus Dustin Poirier 2. And holy shit. I think that's when Dustin Poirier really reintroduced himself to the entire world. मेरे को पता है MMA fans के लिए it was still a big deal. He just fought Khabib, lost the title to him. He was interim champion against Max Holloway. But I think that fight really elevated Dustin Poirier to the next level. You knocked out Conor McGregor. You just put your name in the history books. उसके बाद I started following Dustin a lot. And like I said, the more you see him, the more you read about him, the more you watch his interviews, how kind he is, how nice he is to people, and how he treats the sport with so much respect. मेरे को really लगता है कि he's one of the few fighters to embody what it means to be a mixed martial artist. अब थोड़ा बात करते हैं about Dustin Poirier's resumes, because this guy has been through death row. मैं मजाक में नहीं कर रहा. Dustin Poirier लड़ा है 145 and 155 pounds में, the featherweight and lightweight division, unanimously by many experts, many analysts, Joe Rogan, DC, Chael Sonnen, किसी से भी पूछ लो, सबको पता है कि 145 and 155 are technically the toughest and hardest divisions in the UFC. Everyone is so well rounded. No other division even comes close. These are just some of Dustin Poirier's last opponents. Islam Makhachev, Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, Charles Oliveira, Conor McGregor, Dan Hooker, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Max Holloway, Justin Gaethje, Eddie Alvarez. Holy shit. Tell me anyone that has a better resume than this in MMA. And obviously he lost some of those fights. वो कभी undisputed champion नहीं बन पाया. But he has fought everyone and anyone. जब वो जस्टिन गेची से आ रहा with that devastating leg kick, everyone ruled him out. सब कह रहे थे चलो Dustin Poirier is finished now, he's done. He fights a rising up and comer, Benoit Saint Denis, जो था number 13 lightweight में. Dustin Poirier था number 4 I think. And everyone counted him out. जो पहला round था I think मैं भी देख रहा था, I was like holy shit, this guy is going to be too much for Poirier. But हर फाइट डस्टिन पोरिये प्रूव करता रहता है, दिखाता रहता है कि वाई ही इज सच अ डॉग, वाई ही इज बीन एबल टू बी एट द टॉप लेवल फॉर सो मेनी ईयर्स. हर फाइट के साथ वो प्रूव करता है. यू सी अ राइजिंग अप एंड कमर, हंगरी, मतलब फ्रांस से आया है, आर्मी में था. यू वुड अज्यूम कि ही इज मोर हंग्रियर देन लाइक अ 35-34-year-old guy who has already gone through his phase of the title and this that. But that knockout is holy shit, one of the cleanest knockouts I think we've ever seen. Ridiculous. Islam Makhachev dominated. I think Dustin won 1 or 2 rounds at most, लेकिन still looked really good. He can still fight at the top level and वो कभी भी 2 बार in a row हारा नहीं है. Never lost 2 fights in a row. एक बहुत admirable quality है Dustin Poirier के पास, जो this guy just loves fighting. वो अपने आप को रोक नहीं सकता. वो retire इसलिए कर रहा है क्योंकि he's like, dude, I don't want this sport to retire me. मैं 20-15 साल से लड़ रहा हूँ एट द टॉप लेवल. ऑलरेडी मेरे टाइटल रन्स 2 बार मैंने कोशिश कर ली है, नहीं हुआ. आई एम 36 years old. आई हैव अ बेबी कमिंग ऑन द वे. अब मैं किस रीज़न के लिए लड़ रहा हूँ? व्हाट्स द रीज़न आई एम फाइटिंग फॉर? इट नीड्स टू बी समथिंग बिगर की जस्ट फाइटिंग. ही इज़ ऑलरेडी डन दैट फॉर 50 फाइट्स. कुछ शो ऑफ की बात नहीं है, कुछ फेम की बात नहीं है. दिस गाय जस्ट लव्स फाइटिंग, प्लेन एंड सिंपल. This is why वो इतना बड़ा fan favorite है कि there's no bullshit with Dustin Poirier. He doesn't try to be this big guy. He doesn't try to be something that he's not. He's always genuine, always straightforward. This guy just loves fighting, plain and simple है. Like बहुत fighters है who can't say the same thing. बहुत fighters है जो I think support करते हैं, obviously they love it, but not every fighter can say the same thing. उसकी जो last fight थी against Islam Makhachev, it was such a war, and उस fight के बाद he could have easily retired. He could have easily said, I'm done, you know, I've accomplished everything I set out to do. I've had the highest highs and the lowest lows in this game. But he's coming back for one last fight, just for the fans, just to end his career off on a high. And I think this fight just embodies what Dustin Poirier is about. The guy is a winner at life, in the UFC, even though वो कभी champion नहीं बना, it doesn't matter. Guy is a serial winner, and to end his career off in a loss, I don't think Dustin Poirier deserves that. And I'm sure he saw that too. He was like, dude, मैंने इतना कुछ किया अपनी ज़िंदगी में, मैंने इतने battles face किए, how can I end my career on a loss? There's no way. Let's do one last fight. Give me whoever. This guy is so crazy. वो मतलब इलिया टुपुरिया को भी call out कर रहा था. Can you believe it? He's fucking calling out Ilia Topuria for his retirement fight. He doesn't give a shit, bro. He'll take on anyone and everyone. हर Dustin fight, आपको पता है it's going to be a war. अगर आपके दोस्तों ने कभी UFC देखा नहीं है, please उनको ये fight दिखाना. Because this fight is a must watch. There's two guys who don't give a shit about wrestling, who don't give a shit about jiu-jitsu. All they love to do is strike and bang. And I think just condition Max में अभी the way he looked at lightweight against Gaethje, even Ilia Topuria fight में Max Holloway, I think मेरे opinion में बहुत, he looked very smooth, very diverse with his kicks, with his punches, lot of different kind of strikes. It's going to be a hell of a fight. As a fan of the sport, it's going to be really tough to see Dustin Poirier retire, but the guy deserves it too. And big props to the UFC that they let him retire in his hometown of Louisiana. This guy has been such a good company man. इसने company के लिए कितना कुछ किया है. He's accomplished so much for the company, and the fact that the UFC can honor him like this, you know, letting him go out in the way he wants to go out, and I cannot wait for this fight. Like I said, अगर आपके किसी भी दोस्त को UFC में थोड़ा सा भी interest है, make sure they watch this fight. Make sure. This is a must-watch fight. And for us UFC fans, it's Dustin Poirier versus Max Holloway. You think we're gonna say no to that? Fuck no. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. अगर आपको और MMA और boxing की videos देखनी है, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.